What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV. It's Ashmatic and Brian here for the instant match reaction. It was shit. Good night. No.
See you all next week.
See you next week. Stay tuned. Ashmatic, what have you got? I mean, where do we even start with this?
Paracetamol type of football. That's what I call it. Because I've got a headache right now watching that. I haven't got many words to say, so I keep it short and brief. Just too flip-floppy, in my opinion. 1 minute, you know, we're super Spurs. We've got high energy. We're pressing well. We're tactically pressing well. And the next minute, you know, a few changes. Lloris out. You know, we've got Emerson obviously dropped to the bench. Romero's suspension, and then we just look like a different team. I'm not saying those players are the difference, but we've gone a goal up as well, and it's just I don't know what's happened. We've completely capitulated.
Yeah, I think when you look at this as well, when you had the people who are out, remember Basuma's out as well. Not saying he would have started, but he would have been an option
to bring on.
To bring on. I'm trying to remember a worse performance in recent time. I mean, let's get this right from the beginning. We came out, we looked bright.
Yeah.
Bentancur got the goal after Perisic had a great free kick saved. There were two troubling corners. Christensen, who was magnificent for Leicester today. Bad attempt of a clearance. It just fell straight to Bentancur. Good reactions, 1-0.
Yeah.
And then the Red Sea kind of parted, didn't it?
Yeah,
and then it just went from being positive for us to what was it, 2-1 at half time, 3-1?
Yeah, it was that
3-1.
It was that challenge that Christensen made that went into Iniacho that gave us so much trouble.
Yep.
And Dyer's quite flat-footed. He's not very. He's not an agile defender. That's for sure.
Yep.
And I don't think he got his distance right. On a couple of occasions, but obviously people were blaming Tanganga on that second goal, but he was 2-1 and Dyer was nowhere to be seen. He was trying to get back on side to help his teammate out, but by then it was easy for Iniacho just to play the square ball.
Yep.
And then the ball's in the back of the net before you could say hallelujah.
Listen, Eric Dyer today, that performance is embarrassing. That performance is tragic. That performance, I don't care. Listen, I can talk about our lack of buying centre-backs. I can talk about what I think about the board or whatever, but I'm not. What I'm going to concentrate on now, and this goes for the human son as well.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
What I don't like is, yes, Human Son is a world-class player. Yes, Human Son is a superstar. Yes, Human Son could be... But how... I think it sends a bad message that when a player, as much of a first-team player is or whatever, is in a bad run of form or has a shocking performance, there's no repercussions. It's like, oh, don't worry, dust yourself down. We'll go again next time. You know, there should be accountability where Eric Dyer should be dropped from Milan. I don't care. You go Romero. You may even put Longley in the centre for all I care. Or try Emerson and Romero in the centre-back. Like people were saying, Emerson and right centre-back. We cannot keep allowing bad performances from Eric Dyer to cost us, especially when our centre-backs are tragic. But Human Son again was poor, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. And just to add another narrative, I didn't really see the same performance or same level of performance from Højbjerg either.
Yep.
I rarely... For me, he went a bit missing. He went a bit ghost. That same energy that I was talking about before the game, the same pressing, the same. And I know it's a team effort. It's not. I don't like to circle individuals out.
Yep.
But we just didn't see that today. But going back to your point with Son for me, he takes too long on the ball. He's not able to dribble past players. That's what you need from your attacking mid or your wing forwards. His decision making as well. It's quite poor. There was a time when he could have played the ball square and he tried to do a reverse pass and it never came off. There's times when he's tried to dribble with it and he's lost the ball.
Yep.
As many times he's lost the ball in a certain area where he just needs to hold on to it to bring players in so they could run in behind him and then play the simple pass. And sometimes I feel like because his back's to goal and he's not turning his body so he's sideways on, he can't see what's in front of him. And sometimes when you receive the ball in that type of area, I think they've noticed that. They've done their homework. Like, Son likes to receive the ball and he doesn't know what's behind him. Let's clamp down on him when he gets the ball. And I think that's been the same for quite a lot of our players. When we're playing balls in, it's only Kane. It's the only one that when you put the ball into him, he can do that first time pass and find a player. And then also when we're in that final third, the quality coming in, Perisic wasn't able to deliver, and especially in that first half when we needed a few better balls, that wasn't coming in, and we play a lot through our wing backs. When Porro did, because Porro didn't start too well, he was having a lot of nightmares. He was having a lot of nightmares for a debut, but he did play a good ball into Kulu, which I think Kulu could have held on to a bit better. He didn't have a good game, in my opinion. Kulu, none of the front
three did. Harry Kane was woeful. Woeful. Kulusevski not much better. Harry Kane did a couple of nice passes, but that was it. It wasn't the performance last season at Leicester. It was sensational. We've got a super chat in from Matan. I'm learning English and I didn't learn these words to describe the team I love. Repulsive, abhorrent, disgusting, nauseating, startling and loathsome. That's a big thing. So I just want to clear as well, when I'm talking about Human Son, I'm talking about because of his form that's been all season. Harry Kane has gone on and scored, I think, 19 goals this season. So his performances may have been bad, but he's backing it up with goals. But yes, Porro was absolutely spun and didn't have the most... well, he got baptism of fire, didn't he?
He did. He's right.
Welcome to the Premier League.
Yeah, literally.
And with Fraser Foster, we've got another super chat. Never seen such an apathetic group of professional athletes begging for Phil Brown at City at the moment. Phil Brown at City at the moment. Do you remember when he done the at Manchester City when he did the halftime team talk on the pitch? And then Jimmy Barnard Scott. Do you know what? CCM 28. You're not far wrong. It's been an appalling performance, an appalling show. And there are questions that need to be asked of Conte.
I think he was. I don't know. Tactically, it seems like his number was. They had his number. They had his number because, like I said before, even that goal that it was a ball from Davies that was meant to be played into Kane. Which Kane wasn't. He didn't run towards the ball. He's there waiting for the ball, and then Christensen gets there before him. And like maybe if Kane anticipates that and runs in and collects the ball and then takes a. Maybe that doesn't happen. But I think that credit to Brendan, because obviously they've read up on that, and I saw it a couple of times. Even like Bentancur, that's been probably one of our better players. Even that happened to him. They made him run backwards, bring him back to our goal. I don't know if you remember that, and he actually had to run backwards. And you even said it. You said I don't even think that was a foul. Certain times they were getting fouls. We were getting fouls, and I thought, you know what? Hang on.
Soft.
It was a very soft. Like we're very lucky that it could have been more than 4-1 today.
It could have, should have, would have. We've got another super chat in, and this just sums this all up. Ex-OG, ex-low, Eric Dyer about to outlive 5 managers.
Jeez,
5 managers, 17 transfer windows, 18 now.
Well, Poch wanted him out. Poch he didn't want him around. He said, he's not good for the system that I want. And Poch was flexible in the systems. He went 2 at the back. Poch even went to 3 at the back. But Dyer was not a part of that.
Correct. It's listen. We look at this. Few people now say Sanchez better than Dyer. Do you know what? I'd even put Sanchez in there right now rather than Dyer. This is the bit I'm getting at. I can't see what message it sends out where a player can have a shit game, and you go.
But
don't worry.
At least Dyer was dropped. Dyer has been dropped this season at least once, but Son hasn't. Actually, no, Son has been as well, actually, now for Leicester. He was dropped for Leicester, but still.
And then came on and scored a hat-trick. But this is the thing, and I don't just mean those two, I mean throughout the team. You can't keep putting in crap performances with no accountability. You've got to say, right, listen, you're not doing it for the team. It doesn't matter. Do you know what? That player may not be as good as the player that's being replaced, but at least he's coming in and he wants to make his mark and he wants to put on a show, and he's like, right, I've got my chance now, I'm going to try and take it. But here you just literally can fuck up, and it's just like, don't worry.
Do you think Conte was being serious when he was like, he's happy with the defence? Or do you think he's being sarcastic? Because sometimes it's hard to tell with him if he's like...
Mourinho did this as well when he came in, didn't he? And he said, yeah, this squad has got everything I need. And it was like, no, it hasn't. No, it hasn't.
Is it a case of like not throwing your players on the bus? Because I'm wondering what he's saying in press conference right now. I wonder if he's going to be... If he's going to say like it was a poor performance, or is he going to say, you know, I'm actually proud of my players, you know, I'm proud.
Yeah, but the one thing I will say with that, I think, is I'm not one of those that love it when a manager comes out and slags off a player individually.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all. But what I don't like even more is when they've played shit, they come out and go, yeah, he's really good, he played well, he did this, he did that. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So there are issues, but it needs to be...
I think if the teams played poorly or not up to the scratch or standard to the level of what is expected,
yep,
I think he's in every right to say it. Like, you don't have to call out individuals, but you can say it as a collective.
Correct.
They weren't up to speed today, you know, and they looked a bit lethargic and they weren't at times, and we got called out, you know. But I think that's where the fans get annoyed. I think that's where you hear the Contes out. And
well, you say that. We just had a super chat from DJ Kenny. We're going to talk about it because DJ Kenny has just said one explanation. Conte.
Wow.
So I can see this now. I mean, I can see today on social media being an absolute shit show between Levy out and Conte out. And I don't mean Levy out and Conte out going at it. I mean, it's going to be dominating. It's going to be absolutely dominating.
Because some people still say, like, Conte, we need centre-backs. If we had centre-backs in, then, you know, the scoreline would have been different. Do you think it's literally a personnel thing, or do you think... as fans say, is Conte being stubborn with the formation, or do you think it's a tactical thing where he got outdone by Brendan Rodgers today and they got it better, they did it right, they knew when to press us, like how we knew when to press City?
If anything, especially, I think it's all of the above.
Yeah,
we do. Listen, if you're going to play a Conte system and bring Conte in, you've got to give him Conte players. That's kind of the thing you do.
It's a given.
It's a given. When it comes to the formation, I've always said that I want to see different things. If we'd done, like, let's just say a Poch formation today, a 4-2-3-1,
yeah,
and it didn't work.
Yeah, that's what.
At least we've tried.
They had a 4-2-3-1
right near the end. Yeah. But I'm saying if we did that,
no, that's what they had. Leicester.
Oh, sorry, that's what they had.
Yeah. We went for 4-4-2.
Okay. Yeah. So you know what I mean? I'd like to see variations.
Yeah.
Because the 3-4-3, I don't think we've got the players to do it, especially in the centre backs. The centre backs. We haven't got to do it. We just haven't got to do it. So
Mourinho did the three at the back, but I thought the reason why we went to three at the back was because the two were terrible. So we put an extra man in there.
Yeah, but you say that with Conte, he did 4 with Chelsea at the back, and then they were doing crap. And then he went 3, and then went wallop. They won 15 games in a row.
But for us,
exactly.
It's not happened.
So yeah, I think Brendan Rodgers done his own work today. All the things you said, I agree with all of them.
Yeah.
We'll have to split it, but now we've got Milan coming up.
Yeah.
And I think this is going to be a...
well, sorry to cut you as well.
Yeah,
another question, because obviously, like, is it a thing where the attacking wasn't enough? We didn't attack enough? Is that the reason why we didn't win the game? Or is it a case of our defending was so poor? And if it is the case of our defending is so poor, going 2 at the back, does that actually make sense? Because if your defending's poor and you go 2 at the back, surely you have less defence.
Yeah, but it depends, because then you play the 2 holding, don't you? If you do the 4-2-3-1.
Right.
So then you play like a 4 in the middle. But listen, there's got to be a way around this. There's got to be a solution, because it's all well and good for putting in performances like Manchester City and making you believe and think, and then everyone's going, oh, we're only 3 points off Champions League and 5 points away from this. We're in the Champions League and we're in the next round of the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Well, by the end of the next week, we could be out of the FA Cup. If Brighton win their 2 games in hand, they're above us and we're in 6th. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of ifs there.
That's right.
But people say that why are you worrying, we're only X out off the Champions League spots, we're in the next round of the Champions League.
A performance like that.
You just don't know. So where's the wheels could come off again very, very quickly.
Yeah, as fast as we go up, we can come
down. We
come
down just as quick. We come down twice as quick.
Yeah, exactly. 1 up, 2 down.
Always.